Welcome to GeekCorner, and I'm here with my friend Birk. So we're gonna talk about Korra, the cartoon series, both season 1 to season 4. Now I seen it, I binge watched it the entire show, and I actually watched the original Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then I watched Korra, and I must say, it is a very big difference between the writing, the character development, and I do feel like it suffer a lot because of it is a continuation of the world building of the last Avatar, the
Last Airbender.
yeah, the last Airbender. Thank you. So I will say this: I do like the story progression in Korra, but the problem is I don't like when they time skip a lot. I'm gonna okay. There will be a lot of spoilers in this talk about Korra, especially. So if you haven't watched The Legend of Korra, is it that called? Korra, The Last Airbender, or The Last Avatar?
It's the Legend of Korra.
Okay, Legend. Okay, so Korra, the first season is quite good. I didn't expect to be that defined in terms of character development, but Korra was a bit overwhelming in the beginning. But I did like the how you say the story with her being afraid of the villain. Now, I did like the reason why the villain is so effective because unlike the Fire Lord from the other series, instead of being all powerful dictator tyrannical superpower with a big army, it is a leader who's starting a revolution of bender versus non-bender, and he actually has both the resources and the knowledge how to utilize all of those, the ideal, the bringing of the equality between benders and non-benders. Now I did like that. The problem is in the finale of the first season is really bad. It's like they didn't want to go further with that, so they abruptly ended without any clear resolution. It really buggered me. And then season two happened, and we go on with the oh, here is the tales of the balance between spirit and the real world, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, because there was an element of spirit in the original series. I did like that, and I want to know more about how does the spirit world works and all that. But then, in the middle of the season of season two, you have the entire prequel story of the first Avatar, the very first Avatar, and I do like that he's how you say he's a really beginner, but I don't like how they say, oh, every human were living on a sun turtle and they were the one that gave the power to the benders to the people, and I'm like,
It's a lion turtle.
okay, lion turtle, but you understand, it's the turtle creature, and I'm like, okay. The question is then, how did the human get to the lion turtle from the first place? You know, they never.
It, I think it's because it was different times.
Yeah,
And you have to consider that the Avatar cycle has been going on for thousands, maybe millions of years.
yeah, no, no. I understand that the whole premise with the prequel was to establish that the sun turtle not only were they the guardians, the original guardian of the human, but they were also the forefather of unlocking the power of bending to the people. Now, the question is, if that's true, that would mean that some humans stayed on the sun turtle, but afterward the sun turtle said, we will no longer protect the city because the human are capable to protect themselves. So that would mean with generation and generation, some did become benders naturally through how you say,
genetics.
Genetics and inheritance from the parents, and some didn't because they were the original human that didn't get any bending at all. So that would explain why there are some humans that don't get bending at all. But okay, enough with the theories. And season 2 is a bit more grandiose that I didn't expect, because the villain is like a really powerful villain, and I don't really like the Deus Ex Machina when Korra becomes like a super Gurren Lagann Tengen Toppa spirit and fighting against him. It's like, goddamn, they going all out on season 2, even on season 2. Now, I was expecting more. I was really expecting more of the last villain in season 2, because Vatutu is really good villain for like a final villain, but they like put him in season 2 for no reason, and then suddenly in season 3 we get even more time skip, and then suddenly we have these 4 elitists, the anarchists, right? Did I say right?
Anarchist, yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's Vatu, not Vatutu.
Okay, Vatu. So these 4 super benders anarchists are super efficient with what they do. Their whole point is like, we want to take away authority and take away monarchy from the system, from society. We want to bring balance to the world. And I'm like, okay, so that's a bit... That's,
quote unquote balance, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the same with Amon, and I'm like, they are part of the Lotus that became Red Lotus, that's the opposite of the White Lotus. And
the main difference though between Amon and these guys is Amon wanted power. They don't particularly want power, they want to change the world to what it was before monarchies and stuff like that.
No, but still, it's kind of hinted that, you know, even Amon would still be able to work with this guy because, you know, he was against Bender anyway, even though he was a Bender.
Yeah, but that's just one guy trying to take advantage of the
that's true.
Emotions, you could say.
That's true. I do feel like Yahir and his followers are really good.
Sahir. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sahir and his follower are really good fighter. I think season 3 has one of the best fighting animation and fighting montage ever. Better than season 1 and 2, to be completely honest. I do like the evolution of Korra. I don't like about how they handle with Mako and Bulin. Okay, I need to say this straight away. Mako is literally Zuko without any good backstory or good character arc. Mako is having some character arcs, but then they drop him or they don't know what to do with him. Like, they either put him in a relationship with Korra just because of the drama, and then with the Asami, and then with, you know, goddamn. I'm like, please don't kill him. They literally make a character death in writing with Mako. It's so bad. And Bulin, I'm like, yeah, I understand. Bulin is the new Sokka. But Sokka was at least more endearing and much more charming than Bulin. Bulin is more like a stupider version of Sokka. It's really bothered me, you know? The only character I did like was the daughter of Toph. Like the chief of police. She was one of the good characters. I did like Aang's son, the youngest, Tenzin. Boomy was good. And Kia was... I wish she had a more character because she was like a tough Korra. No, what's the Kitara? Did I say right?
Okay, I'm gonna be real nitpicky here. First of all, the name of the door is Kaya.
Kaya. Okay. Well, pronunciation, you know, I had really difficulty to switch my pronunciation from English to Swedish, you know, so, okay.
Okay.
So, Kaya.
Yeah.
Okay, Kaya. So, I wish she had a bit more character, and, okay, what was the name of the son, the oldest son of Tensei? Melon? Milo? Milo. I really hate his design in the beginning. Like, oh my god, his face really bothers me in the beginning. I was okay with his face in season 4, but season 1 through season 3 is really disturbing.
Yeah, I point out that there's only 5.
Yeah, but still, you know, they could still make it better. It's, I understand it's a character gag. I understand he's supposed to be funny, and like, oh, fart joke and pee joke and all of that, and I'm like, ah, damn it. It's the whole show tried to be mature and more edgier than the last Airbender, but it fails. It's like it fails in terms of cohesion. It hasn't how you say? It's not connected. It tries to be connected, but like when you do time skip, when they do, and they try to force you with the boring moments, like the worst thing I know about Korra is like season 3 and season 4, they're trying to make a connection between the final villain, Kuvira, but the thing is, they don't show how she becomes the dictator and the military tyrannical overlord she become. No, they literally show her as an aspiring captain, and then in the first episode, season 4, suddenly she's a villain, and I'm like, okay, show, don't tell. I want to see that. I don't want to hear a character exposition themselves about other characters' background, you know. And then the final battle. Listen, I did like the battle between Amon and Korra. That was good. That was well handled. It could be better, but it was good enough. Season 2, I feel like season 2 villain would be better in season 4, and Kuvira would be better working with the priest and with the not with Sahir. Did I say right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I do know that the priest villain in season 2, he was part of Sahir's group, and it would make more sense if he was the true villain of season 4. I feel like they would have arranged the order of the villain a bit better so the story becomes more relevant, because of this, it doesn't really make sense, like in the narrative storytelling, you know, like you don't go from fighting the spirit overlord of darkness and then go to a super mech battle with a super cannon, like and another thing, I really hate what they did with Toph. Like, she would actually be in the battle against the mecha. She saw the cannon. Well, technically she felt that. She understood how powerful that was. And then she did hear that her family, all of her family would fight against that thing. And she didn't offer herself to help them? Like, really? Of anybody, she would be the most understandable person of knowing how dangerous a dictator with a super, eradication plan is.
A super weapon, you could simply say.
Yeah, you know, with the Fire Lord and like burning the whole world, literally. She felt that, and she felt the super cannon. Like, you cannot tell me she wouldn't help them. Like, I don't care if she became old and she like, oh, let the youngster. No. That's a poor writing. That's a horrible writing. Like,
technically, it's not You have to still consider she's maybe in her 70s or 80s. You expect for example, your grandfather to fight in a war at his age?
I mean, if it was the cause for the new generation, yes. And let's be fair. Let's be fair. It is one thing if Toph wasn't able or is not capable of doing something, but the thing is, she is. Toph is literally the strongest character in the whole series. No doubt. Like, her earthbending is much better and much more potent than Korra. And that's being Korra without being the Avatar state. Now, I do know with Korra with Avatar state, she's become like a god, more or less.
But the thing is, even gods can bleed sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. The thing I have problem with Korra, this series, is more about how this series is constructed. But the elements are good. I do like the characters. Some characters are better than other. I do like the daughters of Tensei. The oldest one is the best. And I do feel like it's a missed opportunity not show her romance with the... What's this thief called? The boy thief. I forgot his... Well, Kai.
Kai, yeah.
Yeah, Kai. I really hate that they gave him a good arc in season 3, but in season 4 they literally gave him one episode, and never show him again. And I'm like, really? You hinted about him and his relationship with Bofumi?
Shinora.
Shinora, right? Shinora. And
no, not
Ginora. Okay, Ginora. So, like, I really hate that they don't know what to do with some character. It really felt like that, and I'm like, goddamn. But okay, if I would say Korra is good, but not good enough. Okay, like you can watch Korra, but if you're not nitpicky, you could enjoy it. But if you are nitpicky, if you truly are compassionate about the Avatar franchise and the lore, then I would say you are better off watching Avatar: The Last Airbender instead. You don't need to watch Korra, because Korra makes you either angry because of the choice they make with some character, with some storytelling, or like, and the worst thing ever, it tries to be progressive without any reason to be progressive. Like, it really feels like the only reason Korra existed is so they can make a Me Too cartoon, you know, that's edgy and has the Avatar franchise on it.
I have to point out that it was made in a different time than the original Avatar was.
Yes, I know, and I do know that Korra was made during the Me Too movement, so yes. But anyway, I would say this. Korra, as a character, I did enjoy her. I did enjoy how she was written from the beginning to the end. The only thing I would skip is her romance, because her romance life is horrendous. Like, I would never ever date someone like Korra, because she doesn't know anything about how to handle relationship at all. Like, holy crap, I don't care how good she is or how good looking she is not worth the trouble. Like, I feel sorry for Mako. Like, oh my god.
Yes, plus she could probably knock you out with one punch.
Yeah, in one way or another. Like, trust me, she's not worth it. Anyway, this has been my talk and slash review slash rant about Korra. What are you thought about the series, Beard?
I personally like it, but to each their own, I usually say.
Yeah. Anyway, this is all from my review talk slash rant. If you want any other series you want me to see, watch, or bench watch, please comment down below, and see you next time. Bye bye.